Okay, hey everyone. So I've heard your thoughts that you posted down in the comments below, and I've seen the results of the poll, and I think you all made it pretty clear. So once we reach a certain point in the Zora domain, then we are going to be switching to Fire Emblem Engage. After I get Street Fighter sorted, because when I play this game, I want it to be my main focus. And by the way, many of you all seem really excited now that I'm playing this game and saying, oh wait, we have all these tips and tricks that you can do. Two things for you people, all right? Some of you that I'm thinking of in particular, don't forget, I introduced Fire Emblem to you all, okay? I'm a veteran of this series as well. Fire Emblem Three Houses is not the only Fire Emblem game I've played, number one. And number two, I also remember you saying people were not excited about Fire Emblem Engage. I was, and people were saying, it looks alright. So just remember that, alright, when you're making comments. Okay? Now then, with that being said, since we are starting a new Fire Emblem game, I thought we should get out how I'm going to do it, because one person who is actually partly the inspiration I did for considering doing Engage over Tears of the Kingdom, they let me know how long it was and things like that, aside from Crew 5, but I don't like calling people out in the comment section, you know? But this person, who has a habit of hyping things up, also let me know what they thought I should do for Fire Emblem Engage, and I thought, let's bring it to everybody and see what you think I should do. Let's get the two things that I am going to do regardless out the way. First, I'm going to have a male avatar, okay? Look, I'm going to be honest, especially knowing certain people who have been choosing the other avatar, I kind of feel like there's a certain reason you've been picking it, all right? I'm just saying, won't go into detail, but I have my suspicions. But for me, I want to get into the game, put myself in the game, and plus, if you look at all my avatars, well, except one from Code Vein, though I was playing Kurome, a straight up villain that was different. But all the others, you know, in the Persona games, in Fire Emblem, even Sonic, male avatar is my way to go. And I want to continue that tradition. It helps me put myself in the character's position. Especially when I'm doing a playthrough, that's definitely what I want to do. The second thing is, am I going to be doing permadeath or not? I'm going to say this right now. Heck to the nah, bro. Do you all understand how stressful it was to do that with Fire Emblem Three Houses? I used to make sure I had a good night's rest. I would not play the game if I didn't get 8 hours of sleep, that I ate, that there was nothing distracting me because it was real. But I also think permadeath was the perfect game to do with Fire Emblem Three Houses. When I didn't know the consequences of leaving students behind, the biggest one of course being Petra. There's a reason it lasted so long. There's a reason why I had such a strong reaction when I finally had to take down Petra. First off, that was just a great plot twist. I didn't know that Petra wouldn't have died at Gronder Field regardless, so I, had my whole army avoid her. And then when I thought I had hardened my heart to all the killing, then Petra shows up right before we have to take on Edelgard. And the thing is with Fire Emblem Three Houses, if you remember when I had the option, of rewinding, using divine pulses and things like that, I had my whole army prepared to stall Hilda out while we defeated Claude in the Crimson Flower route. But with permadeath, I didn't have that luxury, like with Ash, which was the real first one that I had to deal with. When Judith appeared, I had no knowledge that Judith would be in danger, and we had to hurry up and get to Judith, which meant the quickest path would be taking down Ash, and I had to do that. That game, truly, I feel there will never be another Fire Emblem game, besides maybe Genealogy of Holy War, that permadeath would have such a strong impact on with that game. And I also like that I had it with the Golden Deer. I feel like that's now their special thing. Whenever I look to my Fire Emblem teams, because again, I've played numerous Fire Emblem games as well, the Golden Deer will have that special place. And this game doesn't seem like the type where, teams are going to be fighting teams. It really just seems like the traditional Fire Emblem game. You have one team and you're fighting against an enemy, especially with bringing old characters back. That's a main part of why I want to play this game, so I really don't want to lose them. Maybe I will do permadeath on a second playthrough, not sure, but let's get into the questions. First off, difficulty. I don't know what difficulties are in the game. Is there a maddening mode and it's on the DLC difficulty? Which brings me to the second question. I've been told two things. Some people think that I should play with the DLC. Other people vehemently say I shouldn't. I should do that on a second playthrough because the DLC breaks the balance of the game. And rest assured, I really do want to play the game the way it was meant to be played, because I mainly play Fire Emblem games for the gameplay. People who came in through the Three Houses era, I think have a certain expectation for the stories. Me, I'm like, it was always funny to me when people cared about the story of Fire Emblem games. I'm like, really? I mean, I just need to be halfway decent so I can care, but the battlefield is where and the supports are where I really build my bonds. So if getting, for example, Claude, Edelgard, and Dimitri, as I do know that they are DLC in the game. I think I watched a video with Crew 5 or something like that, where they were announced. Then yeah, I think it might be best to avoid the DLC, or is there a way that I can play through the game without using them? Because I'm not sure, the way some people said it, it's like the DLC is intertwined with the story. And if you ask me, for example, again, Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Ashen Wolves, not having the Ashen Wolves in the Golden Deer route hurt. It definitely did. I would have liked to have had them in the Golden Deer route, but I will acknowledge, especially Happy and Constance made things, they give me a lot more power than you might want on your first playthrough. Especially the dual warping that I could have done in the Golden Deer route specifically. I mean, I know there are other characters like Linhardt with warp, but if I had them in the Golden Deer, then it would have made the game easier. Definitely would have. But I still felt like they were kind of balanced. And again, the Ashen Wolves had in their maps one of the hardest maps, which gave me the type of difficulty that I was expecting from playing Fire Emblem on a harder difficulty. But so that's also something I want to ask. What should we do with the DLC? And I think that's the main thing. But I also don't know how other things work when it comes to the game. So if there's anything else that you think I should do or not do when it comes to Fire Emblem Engage, please feel free to let me know. But yeah, I guess that's mainly the main thing is what difficulty we should start on, knowing again that I normally just go to the hardest difficulty unless the DLC exists. I don't think starting on maddening difficulty is the right way to go for a first playthrough. Oh, another thing, should we do multiple playthroughs? I don't know if there is a reason to do multiple playthroughs, so should it just be one playthrough and we do something different for the DLC? I don't know. So those are the type of questions I'm asking people to answer. And again, please, without spoilers, just give me your recommendations as best you can. So with that being said, I think that is about it. I'm looking forward to starting this. I'm still gonna have Tears of the Kingdom and Street Fighter 6 videos come out until we reach the point where, we can transition to Fire Emblem Engage. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.